Alright, what's up guys, what's up? I'm going to be going over Teamfight Tactics, PBE, patch notes 9.14, because as of right now, a lot of these changes are going to be pretty solid for the main, for when it goes up within a week from now, right? So I'm going to go over a lot of these patch notes, and then from there we're actually going to start playing some of the game, and I'll show you guys some of the cool things or key features in the within the new TFT, right? So first things first is there's Twisted Fate. Twisted Fate is going to be the new champion in TFT. I've played a little bit of him. He's pretty good. In my opinion, he's a pretty good 2-star. It helps you get pirates a lot easier than before. Usually before you have to get you had to get Graves, Pike, and GP like early on, or you couldn't get pirates. But now it makes it a lot easier to get pirates early on, which gives you like that extra like 1-2 gold every turn, or sometimes even 4 gold per turn. Really gives you that extra boost and really can change the meta a little bit, in my opinion. So I think right now, currently, pirates are going to be strong in this meta. When I play them now, I think pirates are pretty good early on. It helps you transfer into better comps, right? So Twisted Fate is going to be a 2-star, 2-cost sorcerer pirate, and basically his ability is when he gets his mana, when his mana is full cost, what he's going to do is he's going to choose between, just like if you play regular League, choose between his mana card, which gives him and his allies mana, the red card, which hits the enemy, plus enemies around him, or his yellow card, which stuns the enemy. And he'll choose between one of those three randomly. From there, we're going to go through some balance changes on 9.14. First, there's Elise. She's going to be 1 cost, which is really good in my opinion. This is going to be really, really strong with Elise being a 1 cost. Demons now deal 100%, 200%, and 300% of your mana burn as damage. If I'm not mistaken, this was very strong, and I mean so strong that they actually had to end up reverting this change back. So I don't believe this is currently in the game anymore. I'll verify that for you guys later on though. But this is super strong, and I think demons are already strong, but now they've become even stronger. So I think they reverted this back. Frozen Heart now slows attack speed by 25% from 20%, which is really good. Hextech Gunblade now heals 33% instead of 25%. I think that's really good for people who do a lot of AoE magic damage, like Aatrox or people like that. Red Buff and Morellos now deal 13% of a target's maximum HP over 5 seconds. I think that is insane. I thought Red Buff and Morellos were already strong. I sort of see why they did that. The reason why they did that is because this entire time Shapeshifter has actually been bugged, where it wasn't actually giving you all the HP you should have, right? So now Shapeshifter is insane. So I think this is a decent buff. Maybe 13% is a lot, but I think this is a pretty good buff for those two, right? Runean's Hurricane now summons a spirit who mirrors your attacks, dealing 25% damage. That is really cool. I'm excited to see how that plays out. In the PBE, I'm really curious. That sounds really awesome. Guardian Angel now revives a unit with 500 HP and adds 1+ ranked. I can tell you for a fact they did revert this change as well, because that was insane, you know. When 3-star units became 4 stars, like you should see like a 3-star Elise became a 4-star Elise and had like stupid amount of HP and just literally could not be killed. Once they revived, they literally could not be killed after some point. Warmog's armor regen increased from 3% to 6%. I think that's a really good change. Warmog's was really bad, but now Warmog's has become a pretty decent item, and I don't mind building it anymore, right? Zeke's Herald attack speed increased from 10 to 15%. A lot of people didn't like Zeke's Herald, but I thought Zeke's was actually really strong. I think it was a very strong item, and because of this increase, I think it's going to be seen a lot more, especially at more competitive scenes, right? Guinsu's Rageblade attack speed per stack increased from 3% to 4%. That is really good. I think people stopped building Guinsu's for a while because because they did nerf it from, I think it was like 4% back to 3%, but now they put it back. So I think that's really good. Zeke's Herald and Locket of the Iron Solari now only apply to units in the same row instead of all surrounding units. I think that was needed, honestly, because the Locket stacking was insane, right? Maybe not so much Zeke's, but I mean, people weren't really running Ranger comps. but I understand it. But Locket Stacking was insane. Locket Stacking had to go, because if you didn't build dragons or something specifically to block Locket Stacking, you would have lost. You lost the game. There's nothing you could do about it. So there were item changes to the game. To combat item RNG in TFT, Riot has now changed the item drop rate works. Randomness will still be a factor, however, it should be a lot less of an issue. I do know there is a Gromp, I think it's Gromp, right? It's a guaranteed, well, they might have changed a little bit, but they're now guaranteed item drops with the monsters. You'll see them in like little cubes with question marks in between. Basically, you run through those, and you get guaranteed items. I've seen it give XP. There's one of my games, my first round, I got XP. So I was able, after the first round, I had like 4 units on the field. Like, it was insane. So that's, I mean, I think this, honestly, the item drop change was, in my opinion, needed. I love the randomness, but it was so random that it wasn't fun after a certain point, right? You couldn't really get too competitive if it's too random. So I think it's a really, really good change here. They did add ranked to the PBE 9.14, and I'm pretty sure the ranks are just like they are in actual league and regular league. How, you know, there's like, I think there's iron, bronze, you know, silver, all the way up. You can see the pictures here, right? But the difference in this is you play like a few year placements. I think you play like a few games of placements, but basically the top 4 players gain elo, and the top bottom lose elo. And there's no placements, and you just rank up and you rank up and you rank up. There's no placements. It's just you go in and you just mess some stuff up. So I think it's a really good change. I like it. I think not having your placements, or not having like a rank up system where you have to win a certain amount of games or place top this and a certain amount of games, is a really good addition to it. I think that's really, really good. Yeah, honestly, I like the rank changes. I'm excited to see how they change rank. These probably won't stay. They're probably going to go ahead and change a lot of these ranking systems around. But for the time being, I think this is really good. There is some UI changes. There was a DPS meter that's added. I'll show you guys that as well, which is really, really, really good. I think that's going to help a lot of more people who want to be more competitive and really trying to figure out their units, which one's best. I think that's a much needed factor they needed in TFT. So I'm glad they added this. Let's see. There's also they also made it so when your items are on the bench, right? When they're on the left side of the bench, you can now drag and hold your item over another item, and it can tell you what those items can build, which is really, really cool feature. It's a really nice quality of life. I think it's a really, really good feature that they added. So I'm really excited to see. Like, I'm really, really, really excited to see a lot of this stuff in game. But basically, that's it for all the patch notes for 9.14. Once again, some of these things might change around a little bit, but for the most part, these are going to be all the changes that are going to go live within a week from now. So I'm really, really excited to see them. Now we're going to get into some gameplay, and I'll show you guys what I mean.